locked in with Atlanta's hottest hip-hop station. The Hype 87.3. Holla!
That's right. It is your girl, Tempa Mystic, and we are live right here in ATL on the Hype 87.3. And today, Kream N Kuntree. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
All right.
Doing good.
Thank you for both being... I can't even talk. Thank you both for being here. I got the dynamic duo in the building. Introduce yourselves.
All right, I go by Kream. I'm the Kream in Kream N Kuntree. I also go by Ice Cream, founder of COG Entertainment, one half of Kream N Kuntree. We about to get into the history, so I'm not gonna give you too much right now.
I know that's right. Country.
What's up? This your boy King Country, aka the Southern Slam Boogaloo. I chill to show you what you can do. Yes, I am the country one, half of Kream N Kuntree. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it funky.
I love y'all energy. Like, you guys are bringing such great energy. I want to put that out there out the gate. You know what I'm saying? And I like the names, too. And I like you did it with a K instead of a C.
Yes, ma'am.
Got to switch it up, flip the script on their ass a little bit, How did you guys come together as a duo? You were slightly telling me earlier, but you obviously wanted to save it for the interview. Whoever wants to go first.
I let you rip it first bit out.
Well, honestly, if I can just say you just from story mode, we were working out of a house studio in 2020, and I remember, like I said earlier when we were talking, I was in another duo. We called ourselves Dove. It was an R&B rap group duo. I rapped. I had my artist and partner THD. He was singing, and basically with the situation with what we had going on or whatever, he was engineering. We was putting the album together. So then we ended up hooking up with Country. Country came to the house one day. I didn't even know who he was or whatever. Then he just came through, whatever. And then he basically was just, vibing what we had going on. And he was just like, hey man, like, if you know what I'm saying? Cause we was, if we're going to be real, we was involved in some things that we, just trying to just keep ourselves level headed when it comes down to the music and just the budget and certain things. So we had to make our money a certain way. So, he came through or whatever. And he was just like, hey, let me get that off your hands. You know what I'm saying? Let's work together as a business and let's just elevate what we got going on. So, just to sum it up or whatever, that's basically what happened or whatever. We ended up meeting each other off of just a loyalty situation, and he just been solid ever since. And that was 2020, so it's 6 years later.
Still going hard. What would you like to add to that?
So all of us are alum of Fort Valley State University, and most of us, all of us pretty much, we marched in the band and stuff like that. So musically inclined and everything like that, venturing out with musicianship and stuff like that. I was making music with another cat, that was pretty much used to using bootleg systems and everything like that,
Not the bootleg.
So when I came across my one of our brothers is actually my crab brother. We call it crab brother and everything like that. Like our freshman year and everything like that. It's basically like a trial term or whatever. You earn your respect and stuff like that. So they was tight with my crab brother and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So when I came over there to the house, like he said, it was a certain occupation that I was in and everything like that, and I seen him doing it, and I'm like, And then I heard the music, and then I was like, And then I said, hey, y'all, we on the same thing. But one thing about it, the same thing that we doing, let me handle that. Let me do the dirty work. Y'all keep y'all face clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure, because one thing about it, you want the operation to grow. You want to keep going and everything like that. You got one man running everything like that. What happens if he go down? God forbid, So, seeing that they was more serious, they was, I was like, hey, yeah. I see y'all investing in these things and everything like that. And hey, I want to invest in it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the perfect opportunity came up when one person in the group didn't appreciate what was going on and everything like that. And they had a slip up, you know what I'm saying? So that exit them on that, you know what I'm saying? I stepped on in. And from there, we've grown tremendously.
Listen, I feel like God will do it every single time.
Every time.
And when God calls us to do something, we got to be obedient to it. And he was calling you into that position right there.
Most definitely.
Yeah. You from Middle Georgia. Mm-hmm. What goes on in Middle Georgia?
Ooh, it get dirty and rugged down there. You know what I'm saying? So, born in Dublin, raised in Riceville. And I say it like this. So, from birth all the way up to 6th grade, I spent time in Dublin. Mm. But my grandmama's side, they pretty much started them black generations in Riceville and everything, even on down to Herschel Walker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My parents, they got a divorce and everything like that when I was real young. So I found myself back and forth more in Riceville, in between Dublin and Riceville. They like 15 miles apart. You know what I'm saying? A couple minutes
right
away.
There, yeah.
And shoot, man, like, when I say the struggle get real out there, you know. From the dirt roads to, you know what I'm saying, not much water supply, clean water supply, and the lacks in certain systems, from the school system to authority system and stuff like that. You know, it's real hectic out there and everything like that. So everybody pretty much, when they come out the womb, they're planted with a dream, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. A man with no dream a man with no vision, you know, has no destiny and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, being raised out there, it groomed me to want to be something great. And one thing about it, greatness is that's all of me. I want to be the greatest.
Absolutely. And I feel like you have to have that in you. I don't think you can necessarily teach someone how to be great. They got to want it for themselves. Yeah. You can show them the ropes, but they got to want it, and you wanted it.
Most definitely.
You're like, I came from this, but I want this.
Hungry for it.
Hungry for it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Right. I feel like we always, and I'm sure your parents felt the same way, because I'm a mom, and I've always wanted my son to do better than me. Mm-hmm. And he is doing better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we want for our kids.
Right.
Your current single's 3 a.m. What's the story behind the title?
Okay. So it's funny because we were just talking about this, literally, like how all this came together. So we recorded the song actually in 2022. We recorded the song in 2022 at it's a place called the Villas outside of the off campus from the dorms. We recorded in there, and literally we was recording all night, because like I said, I was in the other duo, so I was recording some music for that, and then me and him, we collaborating on the records for those songs, and then we go we was in that's what I keep laughing because the story's funny. So basically what ended up happening was we recorded later on that night or whatever, and it was about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then he was dozing on and off for sleep or whatever. And we had our other partner.
Oh, yeah.
We had our other partner in there. He was on the floor just knocked out. So everybody was asleep or whatever. So I'm in the mic and I'm recording a song. And I don't know if you pay attention to the verse, but the first verse, I had to literally whisper the song, like whisper the verse, and I'm just like, Mr. Stone Cold Bad.
Some yin yang twin type ish.
Yeah, like, so I'm like, man, I got to get this song done, but I can't. So then the 3 a.m. came from that, because it was 3 a.m. in the morning or whatever. He got up, he finished his part, and he don't care. So he in there go like just at full volume, just doing whatever. I was like, dang, I said, the way I recorded this verse, I said, I got to keep it like this, because we went and re-recorded it again. I was like, I got to keep it like this. I said, because I don't know what I was thinking in that moment, but me whispering made this verse come out.
Absolutely.
It was too smooth.
I could not agree more. Like, it was very organic. I'm glad you kept it that way.
Right.
So you both, have your own individualities, solo artists, but you came together as a duo. Any challenges that you guys experienced merging as, your creative brands together and becoming a duo? Any challenges behind that?
Yeah, many challenges. Shoot, we done lost folks on the way. Like, I just buried one of my brothers probably about like 3 weeks ago now, and
Sorry
everything
to hear
like that. And then it was falling into the anniversary of one of our brothers that we had lost 2 years ago. Shoot, like I said, losing folks and everything like that. And also, like, when you working on something, everybody not gonna mess with it. You know what I mean? So constant constant declines, you know what I'm saying? Constant, what's the word I'm looking for? Setbacks, and you know what I'm saying, the opposite of acceptance. I can't think of the word right now. Rejection. A whole lot of rejection. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was a lot of discouraging moments at times. And then, you know, we coming across people that say, hey, we want to work with you and everything like that. They say one thing and do another, you know. And
a lot of smoke and mirrors out here.
Smoke and mirrors, you know what I mean? And it's like, shoot, to keep the drive going, you know what I'm saying? We can't let that hinder us and everything like that.
Yeah.
So pushing through, I say, was the hardest part because we had many of them give up, come back, give up, come back, you know. But then there was ones that stayed in the trenches for real, never left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The real ones.
And between the mind, body, and soul, making all that align, you know, it was difficult.
It can be. Life be life, and don't it?
All the time. All the time. But no matter what, being able to share that fire and give insight of what it means to have that dog in you, I kept them on that, you know. I preached that day and night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what, let's keep it going. The only one thing about a quitter is a person who never had a push, is a person that got right to the end and gave up.
Yeah.
Or it's just, like I said, a man with no dream, no vision, has no destiny. So yeah.
100%. And I feel like we got to keep people around us who are going to hold us accountable.
Most definitely.
We got to hold ourselves accountable.
Most definitely.
But we need other people around us. You know, if he knows you very well, you know him well. So you know if he's having an off day.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, come on, you need to pick it up a little bit, and vice versa. We need those type of people around us. And I think the word that we're going to hear the most our entire life from birth on is no. Like you said, them rejections. It's what we do with them yeses that matter, you know? And that's what you guys are doing. You're out here thriving. So let's talk about some of your accolades. You performed at some major events, the Grammy Experience, Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
Rolling Loud, I think that was before my work started speaking for itself and everything like that.
Okay, so yeah, if I could explain.
Yeah, break it down for us.
Basically, like I said, before, like I had the other duo Dove or whatever, me and the R&B artist THD, and basically we had this song called Drinks on Me that came out during COVID, and it caught fire. Like it got over 1 million streams on SoundCloud, and there was a lot of things going on, and we ended up getting like invited to certain places. So then the first thing we did was we got invited to the Rolling Loud, and that was 2021 Rolling Loud Miami. No. It was 2022. I'm tripping. I'm sorry. 2022, we got invited to the Rolling Loud, Miami, and I think that was the same year that the baby did what he did.
I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about? Remember when the baby had that controversy or whatever when he was on stage and he was talking about the HIV thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we went out there that same year.
Both of us like,
Facts.
So we went
rung a bell then.
We went out there that same year, and like he's saying, like if I can just put out like experience or whatever, Rolling Loud, that experience, the Rolling Loud and the Grammy experience was two different experiences. Because the Rolling Loud experience, it taught us how to move around as a unit. So it taught us how to move around in the city. Yeah. It taught us how to, especially moving around somewhere you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then just being an artist, understanding like, you know, being able to talk to certain people a certain way. So it's like you walk up to somebody, like for example, we had to perform at a certain time, a certain slot. So we had an extra guy out there that was like basically like our caretaker. We go and talking to these people and telling them like, hey, this is who we are. This is what we came here to do. Boom, boom, boom. They look at you like, okay, you know, whether you got somebody that's a caretaker or a handler, then they come and handle it and they're like, wait, okay, yeah. And that's one thing I learned where it was like, okay, you got to have a spokesperson.
Yes.
And then like we talking about like that. So the Rolling Loud experience, that whole experience was a learning experience for me because it was actually certain things that I was learning lessons from that I could take back to the team versus with the Grammy experience. It was cool because I was in Las Vegas. It was cool, but we were with, just like he said, we was dealing with somebody that had their hand behind their back, you know? So like it become a situation where they're telling you one thing, you get out there, and then now they're trying to flip the whole thing, or they're trying to make it about themselves. and that's not what we signed up for. Like, I didn't come out here to Las Vegas. How far is Las Vegas from here? 24 hours?
Something like that.
I didn't come out here a day away from where I'm from to deal with you. I came out here to make sure that we get what we need to get so we can go back home and take it back there.
I
Like,
ain't finna play around with you. That one thing about it.
It's so frustrating because you're going to experience a lot of that in this industry. And I can't speak on other industries, but in the music industry, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. A lot of people who are only about themselves. Like, how much money can I make out of this situation? It's a cash cow for them.
Right.
They don't care about the other people that are involved. If you know what I'm saying? And it sucks. It's that way. That's why it's so important as artists. You got to just do your due diligence, do your homework, and see if you can find out, because people gonna talk about the bad experiences. You gonna find it out online, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I'm glad that you guys are pushing through and still thriving and getting love. Chicago radio's been showing you love. Tell us about it.
You want to tap on this one first?
You go ahead. You go ahead. You got it.
Well, wow. For one, being on the radio is amazing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just want to give a big shout out to Regina Anderson with Oshia Entertainment. When she came out to us, she said, "Hey, I'm ready to get on the ball," and like it's gonna come fast, so you got to be ready. And I'm just water off a duck's back. That's how I was taking it, because hey, I done heard this too many times. It sound good, but actions speak louder than words, right, unless you wiretap. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So when she was saying that, then it got to the point where she started calling us, talking to us, and giving us information firsthand. She was like, "Hey, my people already got y'all in Chicago." I'm like, "What?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, on their major radio stations. I'm like, "For real?" Then next thing I know, we're getting notifications and everything, saying that we're hitting charts and everything like that. Like, hey, this is my first time experience. Been pushing this for a couple of years now, but the results are starting to result.
The results are resulting.
Yes, man. And just as just being patient, let time take its course and everything like that. But she was calling us more. Hey, hey, I need y'all to be ready. So with it reaching Chicago, I didn't even know we was capable of. And I'm gonna let my brother tap in on this.
So, like, to just piggyback off of what he's saying, like, just to really give you more insight on like the feeling or whatever, because I agree with everything that he's saying, but I think it's just more so we so used to when we moving on our own merit, we doing our own thing, we move. So it's like when somebody comes around and they say, "Oh, well, we like this about y'all. We want to go and help y'all and do this, or we want to fund y'all or budget everything," in a way. And I know you probably understand where we coming from, but like I'll say this for the listeners, like, don't take this wrong, but like sometimes that becomes a hindrance or like a problem, because it's like if I'm already moving a certain way, we already got a certain way of how we doing things. Somebody coming in and trying to change everything without doing what they need to do first, that's usually the problem that we have to sit with all the time. We have to sit with the problem of, dang, okay, you saying that you need all of this, but what have you done?
Right.
Right.
And this was just like to shout her out again, Regina Anderson of Oshia Entertainment. Like, she really came in and was like a helping hand for real, because she was one of those people. She even told us on the phone, like, she said, I know what y'all been through in this industry. She was like, I'm not expecting y'all to automatically just open your hands up, but I'm asking y'all just for a little bit of faith.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, as soon as she said that, stuff started happening, and it's just like now it's like we're really, because you hear like we talented, we got records, like, so it's like we gonna have more hits coming. So it's like, it's just
some plaques on the way, y'all.
Oh yeah. We gonna sing you some. We gonna definitely sing you some.
That's why I threw it out there. We need one hanging right here, front and center.
Definitely got to make that happen.
Oh yeah. So so just to end it or whatever, like, I just. It's a loss for words, and I would say more so, if anything, like I don't have any words for it, because it's just it was even when it happened, I was kind of just like, okay, you know, because it was just like, you know, he was excited.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now let's see where this goes, you know.
Exactly. And it's like, I feel like if something's not broke, don't try to fix it. However, as we were talking about in the front, I feel like we always have to reinvent ourselves. And I'm big on that, you know, like, this is working for me, so I'm gonna continue doing it. But what else can I be doing? So if I add stuff, it's going to only enhance what I already have going on. Like you said, people coming in sometimes trying to flip the script and change the whole formula. It can become a little frustrating. I know me, I get frustrated. I want stuff done a certain way and that's why I film and edit all my own interviews, because I want it done a certain way, certain time frame. I get people all the time talking about, do you need an editor? I'm like, yeah, I would love one, but if I pay you, you probably ain't gonna do it the way I want in the time that I want. Right. So I'm glad that you guys came to a full understanding though, and things it seems like they're running as smoothly as they are for you. Are you guys signed to an independent label?
We're signed to Oshia Entertainment right now.
Okay. So that's the young lady you were speaking of.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. I love it. Most definitely. You guys are involved in filmmaking, real estate, and the fish market. Tell us.
It's a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Shoot, with the fish market and everything like that, all that reverts from how from my raising and even on down into my studies. Especially with my master's degree in environmental health, master's of public health. I did a research project. It started off with sampling fresh water and everything like that. Yeah. But then one of the faculty on the campus had caught bass, and it wasn't up to par with, you know what I'm saying, the head size might have displayed 3 years old, but the body was looking like it was like, what, 6 months to a year.
Oh, wow.
So then that's when the research progressed and everything like that. And when with that certain particular fish, I soon later found out there's such thing as fish tuberculosis. So it's basically what it is it's like the malnutrition process of the fish's digestive and everything like that. And it also falls into their breathing mechanism and everything, from the gills to their swim bladder and everything like that.
That's interesting.
And with a fish, a healthy one, their bellies or kind of do a downward curve, right?
Got you.
But with fish tuberculosis and other ailments, the stomach actually like be arched in and everything like that, so it'll look hungry. You know what I'm saying? And from that point, I drove into the research and everything like that. Started catching more fish. Then, my partners, some of my partners from the street, some of my partners from back home and everything like that, they was like, hey, man, we're trying to get out there on that water with you. So, I started finding more spots as I was doing my research and everything like that. I had my test sites and then my control sites and everything like that, which is sites that I was testing. And then I also had my sites that I played around with.
Yeah.
So the sites I'm playing around with and everything like that, we catching healthy fish and everything like that. Flowing water is a healthy fish. They'll be bright colored. But if the water is still and stagnant, they'll be dark, sick looking and stuff like that. So the more fish we caught, we started selling them. Folks was buying them and everything like that. And then to the filmmaking, when Dove had grew, his pops had started a label some years back called COG, Changing the Game Entertainment. So the more we came in, the more COG grew and everything like that. So we ended up, it was mainly like an engineer, producer, and the engineer was a singer, rapper. The producer, singer, rapper. Kream, singer, rapper, writer, songwriter, and everything like that. And what would you call Spike Lee's role?
Spike, he filmmaking, directing, everything.
So that aesthetic, that eye, you know what I'm saying, to create a picture and everything like that. And then it trickled down into adding in photographers, videographers, and everything, basically cutting out the middleman, wait time, and discouragement and everything like that, And you keep everything in-house, you ain't got to worry about nobody on the outside.
Man, that is a fact. That's what I said. I do majority of everything. The only thing that I outsource is when I do my mic drops, I do have a videographer come film those for me, but he's a part of my team. So I don't consider that like someone on the outside. That's a part of the team. But you're right. when you can cut out the middleman, not only do you save money, but things are going to get done in the time frame you want and how you want.
Right.
That's dope, man. I love it. So what is the biggest goal for you guys right now that you want to accomplish, we'll say, in the next 12 months?
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a road runner. So it's like, to me, I look at it like, when it comes down to a goal, I don't have just one set goal. Like, cause if you just go back to like, we talking about like the filmmaking and everything. We both went to school. He got a bachelor's in media studies.
Okay.
I went to school for media studies, and my last semester, I remember in 2024, my last semester, my wife now, she got pregnant or whatever. We both went to school. She graduated that semester. And basically what ended up happening was we moved to New York. And then we moved to New York. And I'm tripping because everything that I got going on back home. So I'm just like, man, we out here in New York doing this, blah, blah, blah. I'm mad. And she was like, you done? I was like, yeah. You know? And she was like, you know you're going to figure this out. She was like, you always figure something out. So I'll say maybe give or take 2-3 days, I met this filmmaker out there or whatever, and literally joined his program. And I ended up being a script supervisor on a Netflix show. I ended up doing a Hallmark Christmas movie. Okay, dope. And I was a PA on this other set that we did. I forgot where it went, but I think it was like a film festival movie. And then when I got back here, because I was able to build my resume in New York, when I got back here, I went to Clark, Atlanta, and did A Different World last year, and it should be coming out this fall.
That is dope. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love what you said as your wife said, are you done? Like, she lets you get it out, get it off your chest. Yeah. Listen, we all need a good partner or business partner or something that's going to keep us accountable and keep us in line. It sounds like that's what she's doing. Shout out to your wife.
Shout out to Kanisha.
Definitely.
Shout out to Sus for sure.
So we've got the record 3 a.m. in rotation here at The Hype, and we're going to check it out today. Before we get into it, is there anything else that you guys have coming up or in the works that the world needs to know about? And then also give them your social media where they can follow you.
Well, I'll say, hey, just stay tuned. Like, look, our social media is at Kream N Kuntree _. That is at KREAMN, the letter N, KUNTREE _. But like I said, we just stay on the lookout, because hey, it's a lot coming up or whatever. But honestly, if I can give you something, I would say just look out for another single, and then we locking into the studio working on this album, and then we just go from there.
Now, to reiterate and to piggyback off that, this drive, this motion that we pushing is definitely going to grow. So what you think is hot now, hey, that's just a little small little taste. That's a smidgen of it, because it's only going to get better.
So that's a smidgen of it.
It's only going to get better, you know. Yeah, definitely be looking out for singles coming out. And I always say I'm not ready for an album. I've never worked on an album, but let them tell it, man. You got an arsenal. You probably got 2 albums ready and everything like that. Yeah. You know, so I would definitely love to see the interactions with the fans and everything like that. Either y'all could tell us when y'all ready for an album, or hey, we'll just go ahead and prepare y'all for one and everything like that. And with that being said, you could find me at King _Kuntree. That's KING _KUNTREE. That's on Instagram. Facebook, you can find me Country King Kuntree on Facebook and everything like that. But I'm gonna repeat that one more time for the IG. That's KING _KUNTREE.
I love it.
There we go.
Who do you want to give thanks to that's been supportive of your journey?
First giving honor to God. Yeah. Because we wouldn't be here without him. You know what I'm saying? God is
first foremost.
First and foremost.
God is the forefront and the backbone of my drive, my motivation, my destiny, man. You know what I'm saying? I also like to give a shout out to my mother and my father. You know, I had recently talked to them and everything, and I said, hey, I just want to discuss leap of faith. We talked about leap of faith and everything. They said, go with your heart, keep God involved, and just keep your head on the swivel and be safe out there. But always give it your all. You know what I mean?
That's some great advice right there. That's some like OG wisdom.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And that OG wisdom that trickled down from my granddaddy and my grandmother, my mother's parents and everything like that. So long live Miss Gatewood, long live Papa Gatewood. Also to my two brothers that's gone to glory, long live Mike and long live Tito. You know, it almost brings tears to my eyes because it's like, man, especially with Tito. You know, he just passed away and everything like that, and he always listening to Mike and everything like that. Like, hey, that boy right there. Like, hey, just make sure you tune in and check it out and everything. And they always ask me when you got something new, you know what I'm saying. So to be in this position and not being able to call them, you know what I'm saying. I really thank God for them.
It's so difficult because I'm sure because I've lost people close to me. I've lost my mother and my sister, like the two closest women in my life, and still to this day, I have days where I'm like, oh, I need to call my mom. I can't call my mom. Like, it's weird almost that I still will have that brief split second of I need to call my mom and I can't. I'm sure you experienced that as well.
Shoot, my grandmother died a day and a half before my birthday, and it hasn't been the same since 2000.
That's crazy. My grandmother died on my birthday, so we went kind of in the same boat. It's so crazy.
That same pain, you know.
It is difficult. It's just never holidays don't hit the same, birthdays don't hit the same, and I feel like someone who's never experienced death that close to them can't fathom at all what it's like. It's difficult.
Right.
Most definitely. Well, I appreciate both you guys being here today. I love the energy. Nothing but success to both you guys, but we're going to check out this record. Do you want to introduce it separately, together, however y'all want to do it?
So I'll let my brother tap in on it.
Hey, look, what we about to tap into is going to be the hardest song of the summer. Shoot, forget the summer, the hardest song of the year, one of the hardest songs of the decade.
Yes, sir.
It's just the beginning. Kream N Kuntree, 3 a.m., produced by my boy, Cheap Limousine.
Yes, sir.
You can go ahead and spin it.
Y'all stay tuned for it.
Come and see what all the hype is about. Tune in to The Hype 87.3.
It's 3 a.m. was the after party. You and your friends still drinking Cardi. I see the lust in your eyes, baby. You can't hide the fire when I rub on your thigh. But you and I together, that's two of a kind. I know you wanna fuck me, shawty. You can't lie to sleep. Love, it's past time making love.
Mr. Stone Cold Bastard, I have her running right after. I snap 2 times and 3 more that she gather. I'm not a player, baby, I just do what I do. Hop in the cool, flip it sideways, we do karate.